What's going on, everybody? It's B here, and I've decided to make a video for the people out there that may be having trouble playing hardcore team deathmatch. Just a little tutorial here to kind of help people out, and even for veterans that just want a different aspect on things. So let me say that this is a 21-8 hardcore team deathmatch here. I'm using only the HS10, which in my opinion is the best shotgun. Okay, first thing about hardcore team deathmatch, or you could even apply this to headquarters, even though it's a little bit different because you're going after an objective. But the first thing that, in my opinion, which this is all my opinion, that you need to understand about yourself is what kind of player you are. Now, in my eyes, there are three different types of players. You have your slow players, which include sniper rifles and light machine guns. You have your defensive players, which use assault rifles, and then you have your offensive players, which use submachine guns, and in this case, a shotgun. Now, starting with the slow players. Now, I want to note this first, that in general speaking, the slow players you're probably not going to be very consistently high in the ranks, just because of the play style that you need to play in order to be successful. I know that sounds like an oxymoron, but okay, first of all, snipers. You need to understand as a sniper that it is okay to camp. Now, I know that you see on YouTube and everything that you see these guys out here no-scoping, but what you do not see is that the 10 games before that, they went negative. Okay, it is not the most effective way to use a sniper rifle. The most effective way is to set you up in an area which you are going to see heavy traffic go through. You want to be far enough away from it. You know, this sounds like all common sense, which it really is, but just reiterating the point. And of course, having claymores at your back. Now, the sniper rifle is the polar opposite of what I do, being a submachine gunner that I am, so I won't comment too much on it. Hopefully there'll be a YouTube director out there that will cover this for those of you that snipe. As for the light machine guns, once again close to the polar opposite than I am, you do not want to move too much. Okay? Now, I'm not saying that you need to camp. I'm just saying that you need to move very slow throughout the map in order to be effective as a light machine gunner. Another thing about light machine gunners is that the whole intention of the light machine gun in the real world is to be a support for their team. So, you might want to roll with your teammates. Now, I'm not saying be right beside them, because that's a good way to get both of you guys killed. But I'm saying be near them. I would say maybe a noob tube and a half distance apart from them. Another thing that light machine guns are useful for is distraction. So if you have someone trying to flank a sniper, for example, light machine gunner might lay down heavy fire on him long enough for a rusher to rush in behind him and knife his ass. Okay, moving along, the assault rifles. Now, as an assault rifle person, you want to be consistently moving through the map, not rushing like I'm doing in this video, but you want to consistently stay moving through the map, moving cautiously. You know, not very slowly like the light machine gunner, but just moving cautiously. Very important, check both ways before crossing the street. Okay? Basically, check all the corners. Check for sight lines that are easy for you to see down, but it's very hard for enemies to see you. Okay, but you want to consistently be moving through the map. The people that come in consistently in the top 3 of hardcore team deathmatches are not sitting still. Okay? Now, there might be one occasionally that's just camping a corner and everybody keeps on running out and gets shot by him. But this person is not consistently coming in the top 3. The people that stay in the top 3 are steadily moving through the map and just wiping out people as they go. Now, the more cautious a person is, the more kills you're going to get. Okay? Or the more kill streaks you will get, I should say. And then another thing, as a general rule of thumb, it is safe to stay on the outskirts of the map. And can you believe I just ran right past that dude? I can't believe I didn't see him. He was just standing still. He blended in with the wall. Anyway, as a general rule of thumb, you can stay towards the outskirts of the map. Now, you don't want to be in the middle of the map because you have 360-degree sight line on you. You could get shot from any which direction. On the outskirts of the map, you know which direction they will be shooting from, and that's the direction that you're checking. Okay? Let's see, another thing. Use cover whenever available. Now, I'm running around like an idiot in this video here, and I'm not really illustrating the points that I'm trying to get across. You see that? He shot at me first, and then look at this. Fucking shoots me. Anyways, I'm kind of just going crazy in this video, but use cover when available. Okay, so when I'm running up here, if there was a person back there, I would use this trash can right here, and I'd pop behind the trash can, because a lot of times you can peek your head over cover and shoot the enemy, and it makes it very difficult for them to shoot you. Okay, and keep that in mind at all times. Use your cover. It will save your ass on several occasions. Moving along to the submachine guns. Now, something that I'd like to suggest to anyone who likes to use submachine guns, the higher the sensitivity on your screen, I think the better. I play personally on sensitivity of 10, and I think it helps me out a whole lot when I'm running up into situations where I need to turn very fast. I can pick off multiple people at one time. That's something that you may want to consider. Now, once again, that is just a personal preference, but I suggest that you try to get it up to at least 7 if you want to be a submachine gunner or even a shotgunner like this. Let's see, the same rules apply as for the assault rifles, even more so sticking on the outskirts of the map. Now, I don't have a whole lot of time left, but one major difference between the submachine guns and the assault rifles is that you can easily flank your enemy, that is, get behind your enemy using submachine guns and shotguns and whatnot. And actually, one good tactic is to try to get behind them at the beginning of a match. Just try to run through one side and get behind them, and they're all just sitting ducks. Alright, we'll talk more about this later. If you've enjoyed this, flip that like button up, and we'll get back to it.